Law of nature, also known as senses, manifestation, and power, in operation. For laws of nature to be operative and relevant, there has to be at least one being existing in a world. To know a world, a being must have ways of interacting with its surroundings. Revealed in humanity. Nature is the world we perceive with our physical human senses. Senses are instruments or operational structures by which we know our world, and we know our world through nature. Nature helps us understand how to operate as human beings. We cannot work with something effectively until we know what we are experiencing. The law of nature is predicated on the senses. Physical senses, which include seeing, hearing, smelling, and tasting, are associated with the body. They are connected with body structures. The advancement of humanity includes structures that animate and enhance the senses. For example, microscopes enhance human sight, and when they were invented, whole new worlds of possibility became available, which resulted in new ways of taking action, particularly in medicine. Similarly, cell phones enhance human hearing in that we can connect with each other in many more ways and from many more locations than we could previously. When people live based on what they perceive through their human senses, then they are fooled into thinking that their physical perception is paramount. However, the way human beings experience the world through sight, smell, and hearing is very different than the way other creatures experience the world. When people say we live in an illusion, what they mean is our sensory interpretation of the physical world is not all there is. Anything that can impact us is relevant to our lives, but often we ignore what we cannot detect through our physical senses. For example, thoughts are very impactful, but most of us cannot see them. Structures can often lie dormant within us to link to the unseen. Our human bodies are conduits between nature and consciousness. In this universe, nature and consciousness are connected through the structure of our bodies. Consciousness operates in the world through bodies and their associated structures such as senses. Physical senses are very effective at ensnaring people and taking them away from who we really are as consciousness. Nature senses cannot tell us anything about consciousness, which is one reason why people lack understanding and overlook subtleties of being that emerge from the eternal realm. Focusing attention on consciousness provides access to beingness. Similarly, studying laws of being provides an alternative to living with the limitations of physical human senses. Laws of being acquaint us with the fundamental idea that the natural world is just one aspect of reality that is available to us. Antithesis. As long as we have bodies in the universe, there is no opposite to the law of nature for us. Beings in a world need ways to interact and interpret that world. When we properly understand laws of nature and laws of being, then we see that they are in cooperation for us as human beings. Application: how to embody consciousness through nature. Through the law of thought, nature appears. Nature is a manifestation of thought, and we access nature through the physical senses to gain power, which is the ability to produce results. In other words, we use things in nature to produce results, such as gathering food, acquiring fuel, and building shelter. Realize that your human senses are the means by which your consciousness connects with and experiences the world. Understand that your human senses are a tool or a resource, and that you are not limited by them. Continue to develop consciousness senses and senses of being, thereby cooperating with and decreasing the emphasis on physical senses in a world of appearances. Senses of being, which some people call extrasensory perception, such as reading energy and detecting ambiance, guide us through the realm of consciousness so that we can navigate from being instead of from physicality, For example, tuning to the sense of conscience provides a major pathway to beingness and therefore allows us to interpret consciousness from our human perspective. This work is about being an effective human being by connecting with consciousness. Note, we use the term senses of being instead of extrasensory perceptions because extrasensory makes the abilities seem hidden or outside what humans know.